Hey, this is Sean Y. Just want to talk a little bit about manipulation and flat out mind control of the media. You notice that it's all about ISIS and these beheadings now, nonstop on the news. And we did it again, went to war off of lies, and that's what it's going to be till the end, guys. Not like just like the Bible says, we nonstop wars and rumors of wars. It's not going to stop. But seriously, I mean, we've gone to war over fake beheadings now. It's laughable of how fake the beheadings were. But I want to bring the attention to what happened to Ferguson. What happened to all the school shootings? Everybody just forgets about Sandy Hook, forgets about the Spark shooting, about Aurora, just name it. I can't even name them all off the top of my head because there was seemed like two every month, every other week for about a year and a half. I mean, they pushed really hard for the gun control, and they got some laws passed, but they didn't get the response they thought they would from most of the public. So when they did this crap in other countries, those other countries like over in London and I think it was Australia, and they pulled the same crap, and they willingly gave up their guns. Well, they found out that we're not going to do that over here. So it's just mind-blowing that people just can't see this. It's one distraction after another, one BS story after another, and it floods in constantly, and they know that the masses won't even remember yesterday. I mean, it's just literally worse than 1984. You remember, and if you ever seen the book or read the book or seen the movie, it was the brainwashing on the level where there's like, I can't remember the exact wording, but it was like 1 minute they're like, we're at war with whoever, and then the next day they're like, we're not at war with whoever. We was never at war. I mean, it's like exactly what they do now. It's a rewriting of history. And it's literally at that level right now, where from this day to next, they even put it out in the mainstream news that the beheadings were fake. They told you that, and then just continue to keep telling you that it's real. The exact same mind control. We're like, oh, experts say this is fake. It's war propaganda. The next day, CNN's having the freaking family on there, the so-called siblings of one of the beheaded, and it's ridiculous. I can't even understand what's going through people's minds that they can't figure it out. That they're literally zombied out, staring at that TV, and their brains just stops functioning or something. It really is beyond just people being ignorant or being brainwashed. I mean, I know it gets on. It's so many levels. It's a spiritual level. I believe that we are heading into the end times. I believe that it comes down whether you're truly awake and truly, I believe once you're saved and you get the Holy Ghost and I believe your eyes are open in a whole new way. Because I really can't ever remember not being awake. But I know I was just like that You know, I don't know if I was never brainwashed to the point some people are now. I never even paid attention to the news when I was younger. I was always outside playing sports, so I'm glad for that. I think that saved me some from having to break too much out of this matrix. But there's some people that they spent their whole lives trusting that TV, listening to that TV, and they just can't fathom or break away from the fact that it's just nothing but lies. So, but I just wanted to bring up that point. It's like we got all this fake beheadings going on now. This war, if it's even a war, it's based off of lies. It's all about sucking us into this one world government, into this antichrist system. I mean, that is what's going on. This is the total destruction, dismantlement of the world, and especially the United States. And the United States has to be brought down to its knees. The middle class has to be brought down to its knees. Well, you're seeing that. I mean, people are losing their jobs. Jobs are going out, not coming back in. It's happening very rapidly ever since 9/11. That was like the beginning of the big push for the New World Order. But you know, that's my whole point of the video. Just stopping being distracted. You know, it's like a lot of these people out here, these bigger channels are out here boasting about, I'm exposing this, I'm exposing that. Are you really exposing anything? I mean, there's nothing out there in that media and that news that they don't want you to see, that they don't want you to chase. They know they're pulling one over on the people that's not awake, but they know there's nothing you can do about it anyway. Even the ones that are awake, they don't care. They're going to sit there and tell you, yeah, these beheadings are fake, and still tell you they're real, and go on and pretend they're real and go to war off of these fake beheadings. They don't care that you know that Sandy Hook's a fraud. It was a fake. They don't care. They're going to go on with their gun control. They're going to do whatever they want because this is how it has to be. That's what people aren't understanding. I see a lot of these channels claim to be Christian and talk about the satanic evil in this world and everything, but they don't actually grasp the biblical understanding of what's going on. You can't change what's going on. That's the problem. Really, your only hope is Christ. And being saved for what comes next, because it's not saying don't live your life and do what you can or protect yourself. It's just this world has to go in the direction it's going because Christ said it would. And you can plainly see that it's building up and going that way. But yeah, that was my whole point. Think about that. Think about the mind control. Think about people's focus. They can't even focus day to day. And it's just, they just literally spew out whatever they just saw on the news. And they can't even remember the fact that, well, what about the police state going on in Ferguson? You know why they're not talking about it anymore? Because of this bullshit. Okay? It was all based off of lies. It was trying to instigate a race war all over the United States, not just there. They wanted this to spread. Why you're not hearing about it anymore? It was all fabricated. I don't know. They still might have the police in the streets now. It's like once they've imposed martial law somewhere, are they really going to pull back? Probably not. So is it just become the norm until they do this all over, or some big event, the next false flag, that they're going to blame on this ISIS? You know, just like the new boogeyman. Is that what triggered martial law everywhere? Who knows? I'm going to leave it at that for now. All right. Everybody have a good day and God bless.